Hi.
Please contact your stateroom attendant, who will provide a child or infant-sized life jacket for you. Another announcement will be made 15 minutes prior to the drill, and at that time all guest service facilities will be closed in preparation for the drill and will not reopen until the captain has dismissed you from your station. 15, come and join us in the Pacifica Theatre for our Welcome Aboard showtime, starring the comedy of Tom McTeague. A great show not to be missed by all. 7:20, our music trivia of the evening, US TV show things, and at 8 o'clock, finish that lyric game show in the Centrum, followed by live music karaoke called Rockaroke with Locomotion. And to finish off the night, some late night karaoke as well in the Colony Club. But ladies and gentlemen, grab a copy of the Cruise Compass and head on out, see all the wonderful things we have here on offer on board the Brilliance of the Seas. Everything will open once we do set sail a little later on with our Royal Shops and of course our Casino Royale later this evening. But most of all, you're here on vacation, so get ready to have a great time with us here on board this beautiful ship. And once again, from all of the team here on board, welcome aboard.
So all I have tonight is the Comedy Club. Let's go unpack.
See. Oh my goodness. Look, Tony, they're all together.
Well, that'd be a nice guy.
You can't get one of them. One of them will break your arm or your back or something. Look, you are.
God, I can't remember.
Needlefish.
No, I don't think they're called needlefish, but they sure look like something like that.
Gary, I got him. Finally got a shark. So those little needlefish, better whatever they are, better be careful.
Caravel.
Me and the manatee. Oh, that's much better because it's shaded. Wow, a manatee. Is he going to go under the boat? He sure is.
Really, really good.
Yeah, we saw him earlier. Oh, he's going to...
A lot of dead fish pictures, or live fish pictures.
No, these are live fish. There's a little fish swimming amongst them. Sometimes it just looks foggy and it doesn't turn out to be. I was waiting for one of those pink fish.
Side orders, and the vegetables are broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, and zucchini all mixed together. Okay?
Got him.
All right, that was my steak.
Tell the guy what your plans are. Yeah, exactly.
These are trolleys. Trolleys.
These are trains.
But I also do the trolley pulling down walls.
It just looks like a train. Yeah, apparently shaking pedal food. Hey, there's a tree.
Lemon tree.
Far off the bedroom.
So windy. And this is why our day in Cozumel was kind of short. Just so windy, the surf's so rough. Sea hair. Yep, it's a real thing. This is what it looks like after you've been out in the pool, on the deck, or in port on a windy day. Or if the ship's moving, even. It doesn't even have to be windy if you're in the right spot when the ship's moving. This is what you get. Yep, even with a hat, because a hat can blow off. I don't know, maybe a scarf will work for people, but just be prepared not to have perfect hair every day when you're on a cruise. Yep, my next tip is to bring wipes. Even if the ship looks clean, wipe down the surfaces that you touch and other people touch, such as the door handles, door pulls, the top of the dresser, desk thing. This was a headboard I just showed you, how dusty that was. Yep, for your own safety, I would recommend wiping everything down with like Lysol wipes. Just, you can buy the little flat packs that only have like, I think 12 or 15 in them, and just, it doesn't take but, you know, less than 5 minutes to wipe down your cabin when you first get here. It's the people. Pretty.
Five, four, three, two, one, and the time is up.
So if you're wondering about the last night and how everything works, usually the day before you leave, or maybe even 2 days before you leave, you'll be given a set of these. And these are luggage tags. And you have a certain designee, whether it be numbers, letters, color-coded, but you'll get them and you'll fill them out with your information. And then when your luggage is all packed up, you put one of these, through the handle of your luggage, and then you put your luggage out in the hallway. On this particular cruise, we have to have luggage out by 10 p.m. Sometimes it's before you go to dinner, which is a little earlier, and then I've been on a cruise where it was 11, which was way more convenient, because then I could pack away that day's clothes. Otherwise, whatever I'm wearing today is going to end up being packed in a carry-off bag. But as you can see, we are tag number 23, and according to this, tag number 23 will be getting off the ship somewhere between 9:10 and 9:20. And what you're supposed to do is, go ahead and have breakfast. I think they even mentioned that here. And then you go and you hang out at a departure lounge, basically is what they call it. And which is, in this case, the dining room or the theater, until your group is called, and then you leave. Usually you have to be out of your room somewhere around 8 to 8:30 so that they can start cleaning them and getting ready for the next people. But there are other options. Okay, we're going with this option, and this is called a regular departure, where we place our luggage outside our stateroom with these tags on it prior to 10 p.m. on the last night. And then we have to make sure we have if you have airline tickets or your passports, medication, anything you need to keep, that you don't put it in your luggage because it's going away the night before. and then you put one of these tags on, like I mentioned, and you know your departure time, and you just basically you wait. And there is a video available on our television telling us how to do it if you need that. But some people do something that they call the self-assisted departure, and you would keep all your luggage in your room the night before. You don't even have to use these things, and then you leave off with your luggage, carrying it yourself. Now those folks get to leave really early, and we have done that once. I don't really know if it's worth it, but for some people that they like that, to be able to get off early. I'm trying to find the time for this. Just found it. Okay, so that morning of departure, if you're a self-assist, then the invoice is delivered to your stateroom like at 6:30 a.m. by 6:30 a.m. and then you're going to depart between 7:30 and 8. So you would go down to guest services, settle up, and then leave. Or if you had a credit card like us, then you could just leave. Then you'll be able to get off somewhere between 7:30 and 8. I think our ship's supposed to dock at 7 because I've been on the self-assist before where we got in at 6 and you're off at 6:30. So now it does tell you if you're hungry in the morning, you don't have to skip breakfast just to get off the ship, that there are places you can go to have something to eat, and that would be the Latitudes Cafe, which is where you can buy specialty coffees, the Windjammer Cafe, which is what we call the Lido, in other words, the big buffet, and then the dining room actually will have something from 7 to 8:30. And pretty much you got to be out of your rooms. It doesn't tell me on here, but I'm guessing probably 8:30 because of the timing of everything here. So anyway, you'll also notice on the back of this, I'll mention this, that there are 2 sets of departures. There are red tags and green tags. Now, red tags are for suites, people who are a high standing in the Royal Caribbean's loyalty program. And then there's the folks who have early, transfers to the airport, and they need to get out of here before noon. So they get the second priority. And then certain other, I don't know what the other groups are. And then down with just the general public is where we are. So that's it. So that's how it works. Oh yeah, those are a little bit later transfers, I think. So that's how it works. It's not really hard. You put this on your luggage, you put it in the hallway by the designated time, get up in the morning a little earlier than normal, have some breakfast, and then wait for your group to be called. And it's been my experience that, they are saying they're going to call us between 9:10 and 9:20. Actually, you want to be ready a little earlier because almost every time we have ended up coming out earlier than the time that it's said. It can also be later, though, as well. I can't film what happens when you get off of the ship, but basically you go pick up your luggage, and then you and your luggage walk through customs. And there's usually dogs there that'll sniff your luggage, and then they'll either deliver a form in our room tonight, or we'll get one tomorrow, or they'll just ask you how much you spent. And as long as you didn't spend more than $800 buying merchandise outside of I think that's what it is, 800, right? Yeah, as long as it's not more than $800 of merchandise outside of the U.S., then you don't really have to worry about any applicable taxes and duties. And then there's a certain limitation of cigarettes, 1 carton of cigarettes, 100 Cuban cigars, a liter of alcohol, those sorts of things. Now, our first stop was Key West, so we just paid, regular American taxes on it. But in Mexico, we bought a couple items, but they are nowhere near $800. So anyway, that's it for that. Right, because he would have provided them with a number and stuff.